I'm just proud of my age. God has been so good to me. But my name is Dr. Iyabo Webzel. I'm a pediatrician by trade because I've been a physician for the past 30 years. I've been practicing as a doctor for 23 years and I'm 53 years old. I'm also, I have many things that I'm skilled at, but the main thing that I do on Instagram is that I'm a one-on-one relationship, dating, and marriage coach. And that is what women love about my work on Instagram the most and my work on YouTube. I'm also a one-on-one business and financial coach. I have had my own business for how many years? Since 2004. Do the math. So that's a long time. Yeah, I've had a business since 2004 and I have two businesses now. My first business is my pediatric practice, which is doing excellently. It's been a 7-figure business for many years, and my coaching business, online coaching business as well. So I'm a one-on-one relationship, dating, and marriage coach. I'm also a one-on-one business and financial coach. However, I also help women with their wellness and their weight loss goals as well. So I'm also a one-on-one wellness and weight loss coach. So really, I call myself that holistic all-around coach because if you come to me for your finances, I'll help you with dating. If you come with dating, I'll help you with self-esteem and self-confidence and boundaries and standards and your wellness and weight loss. So my coaching is very effective because I'm an all-rounder coach. I coach you on all the facets of life. And how do you enroll in my coaching? It's very, very easy. Just go to the link in my bio. If you're on Instagram, go to the link in my bio. If you're on YouTube, go to my website, www.driyabo.com. It's a very simple website, driyabo.com. And you'll see the options there. There's one link for my relationship, dating, and marriage coaching, another one for my business and financial coaching, another one for my wellness and weight loss coaching. And I have 3 offers for you, depending on your budget and what you need, right? I have my 3-day coaching program, which is $2,000 US dollars. Yes, I have my 1-week coaching program, which is $4,000, and my 8-week coaching program, which is $25,000. So if you're on Instagram, just click the link in my bio. If you're watching this YouTube video, you can go to the description in this YouTube video, and the links are in the description of this video, or you just go to my website and learn all about me on my website. You can buy my book from my website. You can subscribe to my blog. You can join my mailing list. There's so much you can do on my website. So just go to driyabo.com. But if you need my coaching, which I know many of you need, okay, especially with this new year that is coming, go to my website, driyabo.com, to enroll. I create a lot of free content on Instagram and on YouTube. A lot. Those of you who follow me on Instagram and who are subscribed to my YouTube, you know how much I love to create free content, okay? I love to create. Somebody says, would love to chat about the finance coaching. Send me a DM. You guys know how much I love to create content because I love what I do. My passion and my mission is to help women elevate, and men. It seems like some men love my content. There's 2 men that I've already seen right here who are watching this video. So if you're looking for free coaching, my content is the only free coaching you have. Don't come to my DM looking for free coaching. Don't send me a comment on YouTube looking for free coaching. The only free coaching I have is the content I put out there. Any other questions you have to subscribe to my coaching. You have to pay for my coaching. I don't answer any quick questions in my DM. I don't answer quick questions in my comments. You have to invest in yourself, okay? Because I already put in a lot of time to my content, and somebody says they love my content and they're a man. Thank you so much, my brother, the Lagos divorce lawyer. Thank you so much. So let's dive in. What are my top dating tips, my top dating advice for you for 2024? Before I start, I want to say that if you are not yet subscribed to my YouTube, let's say you just came across this video just while you're scrolling on YouTube and you're not yet subscribed, smash that subscribe button right now. Smash that, for whether it's follow or subscribe. Which one is it on YouTube? follow me right now on YouTube, because I release videos and shorts every single day on YouTube. If I don't release a long video every day, but I release a short every day on YouTube. So follow me right now, smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Make sure you like this video, make sure you comment, even if it's just, oh, I love this video, thank you, Dr. Iyabo, oh, I'm going to do this thing. Just make sure you comment, because the more you comment on this video, the more YouTube will show it to other people who need it. And we like to share, right? We don't want to keep the information to ourselves. So make sure you share this video as well. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, please post a comment, even if it's just, thank you, Dr. Iyabo. The more you comment, the more the YouTube algorithm picks it up to show it to other people. And please share my platform and share this video with men and women who need it. Now, even though this topic is, I'm so excited about this topic. See, I did my homework. Even though this topic is my top dating advice for 2024, even if you're married, or even if you're already in a strong relationship, don't go anywhere, because even though I call it top dating advice, there's actually a lot of life-related advice on this video. So, you know, it's top dating advice, but you will pick up a lot of tips for your entire life on this video. I wanted to say that. So let's dive in. Without further ado, let's dive in. What is my first top dating advice for 2024? Do not ever give money to any man you're dating. Did you hear me, ladies? Do not give money to any man you're dating. If you're dating a man, you're not yet engaged to him, you're not yet married to him, and he's asking you for money, that is a red flag. That is not just a red flag, that is fire. You have to run for your life. Well, let me be gentle. You don't have to run for your life. Just tell him, I'm sorry, I cannot borrow you money. I don't have any money to borrow you. I'm sorry, but that's not something I do. I'm telling you, that's my number one advice for you guys, because there's some of you who come to my DM who say you've given money to a man before. Please do not do that. You are not here to save a man's finances. Even if he says, oh, just borrow, can you just lend it to me? When I get paid next week, I'll give it back to you. No. Let him go and borrow money from his mom. Let him borrow money from his friends. I'm sure he has friends. You are his girlfriend. Please, women, I hope you're listening. I wish I had a microphone to say, can you hear me? Do not give a man money. Do not lend a man money. Do not borrow him money when you're dating him. That is a red flag. A man, usually men are built-in providers. A man wants to provide for you. He doesn't want to let himself down. He wants to impress you. So a man who's asking you for money, that's a red flag, okay? That's a man who you should immediately deduce from that he just wants to use you. He just wants to take your money, run away, and dump you, because a man who is serious about you wants to impress you. He wants to show you that he can be a provider. He wants to show you that he's a real man. So please, guys, it's a very, very big red flag. I'm begging you, don't give a man money. Don't lend a man money. Don't borrow him money. He has friends. He must have sisters. He must have a brother. He must have colleagues. You are not here to save anybody's life. So please, and I'm talking about dating. Obviously, once you're married to a man, not even when you're engaged to him, engagement is not marriage. And you'll hear me say that many times during this video. Engagement is not marriage. Until you walk down the aisle and you say your vows and you see your marriage certificate, you're not married. Obviously, once you're married, you know, that's another topic for another day. But many people do it. Somebody says only foolish can do that. But make sure, okay, I was saying, when you're married, obviously, your money is your husband's money. Your husband's money is yours. That's how it should be. I know there's some caveats here and there, but once you get married, obviously you and your husband are married. You're one. You should help each other and lift each other up and help each other monetary-wise, right? But women should still be financially independent. So that was my first advice. Let's go on. Number two. My second dating advice for you single, divorced, and widowed women out there is you have to learn standards and boundaries. Women, this is a big deal. Okay? As nice as I am, as smiley face as I am, right? As soft as I look, I'm sure you guys can tell I'm not a softie from the content I post. I have a very kind heart. I'm a giver. I have a very kind heart. But one thing I don't joke around with is boundaries and standards. You know how we say in Nigeria, I don't take nonsense from anybody. Okay? As sweet and as feminine as I come across, I don't take disrespect from anyone. When I say no, my no is no. Okay? So women, for you to be able to date successfully and meet a high quality man who will respect you, who you can enjoy the rest of your life with, who will understand who you are, the authentic you from inside out, who will understand that when you say no, it really means no. You can be sweet, you can be loving, you can be feminine, but you have to have boundaries. Women, too many of you let men walk all over you. You know, one thing you don't understand is if you let yourself go and you don't have any boundaries, you don't have any standards, anything goes. He calls you a name, he spits at your face, he slaps you across the face, he's disrespectful to you, and you keep accepting that, it will keep multiplying. It will keep getting worse. If he disrespects men, not just men, human beings will test you. If he tries you a little bit today and he disrespects you with something and you just smile and you're just like, oh, you know, a woman has to be humble, a woman has to be quiet, it will multiply. Okay? Yes, I'm coming to that. It will multiply. If he disrespects you one little bit today, tomorrow it will multiply. So women, I want you to write in your journal and in your list of things that you must work on. Okay? That is boundaries. Okay? You have to know that no is a full sentence. If your boyfriend or husband or your friend does something that you don't like and you tell them, no, I do not appreciate that. Please do not do it again. It hurt my feelings. And please, there's no disrespect here. The next time you disrespect me, I'm out of here. And actually act on it and be out of there. Okay? Act on it and be. There's many of you that send me messages and you're like, oh, so if everybody's just leaving a man after the first time the man disrespects them, every woman will be single. Okay, yeah. Then be single, you know? Then be single. This is why men have been trained and coached and conditioned to give women all sorts of disrespect and abuse. If most men start to realize that, okay, all these women that are learning from Dr. Iyabo, don't mess with them. Oh. If you disrespect them, if you call them any name, they're out the door. They will stop. Yes, absolutely. One time is too many times. If a man disrespects you one time, it's too many times. You act on it and you leave. I'm not saying you file for divorce then, but this is that there's ways that you can leave. You know, there's ways that you can leave and not tolerate that. If he knows you're serious, and this is why financial independence is also important. We're coming to that. But the second thing, the second dating advice I have for you for 2024, if you want to be successful at meeting a high quality man, you have to learn standards and boundaries. And you have to stick by your boundaries. Because if you don't stick by your boundaries, then it becomes an empty threat. Okay, then that's the worst thing. Because if you tell a man, oh, if you talk to me like that again, I'll leave. And you say that 20 times, that man will never take you seriously. Okay? You can say the first time, if you talk to me again like that, I will leave because I don't tolerate disrespect from anyone, talk less of my boyfriend or my husband. And the next time he disrespects you, pack your things and leave. Where do you go? If you have money, there's many places to go. But anyway, learn standards, learn boundaries. Otherwise, you'll be always miserable in your love relationships, okay? And how do you learn standards and boundaries? That's a whole topic for another day. If you missed the beginning of this video, if you don't know how to have standards and how to have boundaries, you need a coach, okay? Many of you need there's no way that I can tell you all of the dating and life advice in one video and tell you how to have all of those things. But if you know that you don't know how to have boundaries or stick to boundaries, then you need coaching. You need coaching, okay? The third dating advice I have for all of you single, divorced, and widowed women is stop having sex with these men. Stop giving yourself to these men so quickly. Now, you're going to ask me, oh, so we won't have sex? How will I know he's good in bed? How will I know he's able? How do I know his bodily functions are okay? God will not give you a man whose bodily functions are not okay. Okay? But this number 3 is super duper. Okay? Super duper. Stop giving sex to men. If you're strong-willed enough and you're able to wait till marriage, that is ideal. God knows everything that is in the Bible is correct. God knows what he was saying. Yes, I didn't wait till marriage. If I was going to do it again, I would wait. I cannot be a hypocrite here and tell you I waited till marriage. No, I didn't. But I give my daughters the same advice. You know, the ideal situation to be a woman of value, a woman of honor, is to wait till you get married. However, many of you cannot, and many of you have already had sex. So, what do you do moving forward? You stop giving these men sex so early. Once you give a man sex, you become emotionally entangled with him. All of your senses just go haywire. You don't see when he's disrespecting you. You don't understand that what he's doing is disrespect. If you had boundaries, because we women were emotional beings. Once the sex aspect comes into it, we become emotionally attached with this man. Okay? So, women, please, self-control when it comes to sex. Stop having sex with these men. Try to wait till marriage. That is ideal, and that will make God happy, and this man will respect you. However, if you can't, or you've already had sex, wait a long time. Wait at least 6 months. Some of you may say, 6 months, you're not going to die. This person, this woman, me, Iyabo, Yewande Webzo, I was not intimate with any man for 2 full years. I made that commitment to God. And after those 2 full years of not dating, not having sex, I joined Match.com right after that time of no sex, no intimacy, no dating, no man in my life. And I met my future wonderful husband within exactly 6 weeks. Okay? So many of you may have heard my story, but it does work, because once you stop having sex, you move closer to God. You just have this purity and this clarity of mind. You're able to focus on your goals and dreams. It just makes you a better person. You're able to see red flags in men much better if you're not having sex and sleeping with this man, sleeping with that man. Honestly, it really works. So if you can't wait till marriage, once you meet a man and you've been going steady and you're exclusive and you're going, you know, he's told you that he's exclusive with you, and you know that you are exclusive with him. Let's say you're online dating. Both of you have shut down all of your online dating sites. You do it. You show each other the evidence that you've shut it down. Me and my husband did this. Don't let any man tell you, oh yeah, I'm no longer online. Let him show you. The day he signs up online, offline, let him show you that he's no longer there. My husband and I sat down and we closed our subscription forever from Match.com. We were transparent with each other. So when he has told you that, Mary, I only want to date you. You are my future woman. I only want to date you exclusively. You're my girlfriend, and you agree, and you both agree. You have the talk, and you're exclusive. From that time, wait 6 months. From that time, wait 6 months. And if you know that you don't have the self, if you're really attracted to this man physically, and you know that you don't trust yourself, if you are in a hotel or in his house or in your house, you'll have sex, then don't have dates at home. Okay? Don't meet at home. Because it's not easy. If the man is tall and handsome and you're like, this man, don't tempt fate. Have your dates outside of the home. Go to the park, smooch, kiss. Don't have sex. I'm taking a lot of time with this because you women, you won't listen. I'm telling you, you won't listen. So be exclusive first. Once you've discussed exclusivity, then from that time, wait for 6 months before you have sex with this man. You know what will happen? If this man only wants you for sex, if all he's looking for is your body, he just wants to conquer with you, he will not wait for the 6 months. He will not wait for the 6 months. He will be out. He will be gone. He will not wait. But if he truly is serious about you, if he has seen that you're a high quality woman who has standards, you're not somebody who gives money to a man like we discussed the first thing, you have standards, you have boundaries, you're feminine, but you don't tolerate nonsense. It's one thing being feminine. I'm not saying you guys should now be masculine and start yelling at men or behaving like men. No. You can have standards and still be feminine. If you're telling your husband you don't like how he behaves, you can say, honey, I'm really not happy about the way you spoke to me the other day. I felt very disrespected, and I hope and pray that that will be the first and the last time. Because if it happens again, I will not be here beside you. I will be gone because I cannot tolerate disrespect. That's how, you're not going to yell and shout and behave crazy. No, you're going to be composed, but you're going to be stern. And if he does it again, actually leave. Okay? So, number 4. So you got the third one. You got the third one, right? Let's go into the fourth one. This one is huge. Okay? I wanted to start with this, but I thought I'd leave it till later. This one is huge. If you want to be successful with dating, you have to invest in yourself from inside out. I'm not talking about investing in buying jewelry and lipstick and designer bags and all of these shiny things that we women love. No. If you want to be successful with dating, you have to invest in your self-development, in your personal development, in your financial development. Before you start investing, you're going to ask yourself, Mary, what do I want in life? What do I want from life? What do I want in a future partner? Because one mistake a lot of women make is that they don't know what they want. If you don't know what you want, how are you going to get it? If you don't know where you want to go, how are you going to get there? Okay? A lot of women have no clue. They work with the yardstick of other people. They want to be like another woman. You cannot be like another woman. You're different. You cannot be like Dr. Iyabo. You cannot be like Rebecca next door. You cannot be like BC next door. You cannot be like any other woman. You are made uniquely and wonderfully. What do you want from life? What do you want from a man? Before you come and enroll in my coaching, the coach, I'm going to ask you, what do you want? Okay? What do you want? A lot of you women don't know what you want. You decide what you want based on what you're seeing online, what you're seeing on Instagram, what one friend did. What do you want? What is going to make you happy? What is going to make you fulfilled? What is going to make you feel purposeful? What is going to make you feel joyful? What kind of man are you looking for? What kind of life are you looking for? What do you want? Then once you can figure out what you want by journaling and writing all of this down, then you have to invest in yourself. You guys look at me today and you give me all these praises. Oh, Dr. Iyabo, I'd like to be like you when I grow up. How do you do this? You're so this. You're so beautiful. You look so young. You're so confident. I thank God, but a lot of it is from investing in myself. Investing in my self-development, my personal development, my physical development, my financial development. It's from investing in myself. And it wasn't cheap. Okay? Many of you women, this is the one you don't want to hear. It wasn't cheap. In my 20s and 30s, I spent a ton of money on coaches, on conferences, on one-on-one development. I spent tons and tons of money, okay, to develop myself. Physically, financially, business-wise, self-development, speaking. This speaking that you're seeing me today, talking so confidently, I had a public speaking coach. I had a public speaking coach that I paid thousands to for a few years. So I invested in myself. So as this new year approaches, I don't want to hear anymore, I can't afford it, I don't have money. Nobody can afford development. But if you're a woman and you're sick and tired of the norm, you're sick and tired of life as it is, you have tried different things, you have tried to lose this weight, it's not happening, medical conditions are creeping in, you don't feel confident, you can't walk from here to there without feeling breathless, and you're still young, you're in your 30s and 40s, you can't shed that weight, you've tried everything. You need a coach like me. Okay? You are in massive debt. You can't make ends meet. All of your credit cards are maxed out. You don't even know where to go. You don't have money. You need a coach. And you're going to ask me, I don't have money, so how am I going to pay for a coach? Well, I didn't have money in my time. Okay? When I was in my 20s and 30s, what did I do? I had to take loans. I had to be resourceful. I took loans in order to invest in myself, and then I did what the coaches told me to do, did what they taught me at all of those conferences and the one-on-one coaches and one-on-one help, and then I was able to elevate myself. Okay? So invest. If you want to be successful with dating, you have to invest in yourself. Somebody was saying it when I was talking about having standards and boundaries. Somebody said, well, but they have to know their value first. Yes, and I'm coming to that. When you invest in yourself, your self-esteem goes up. Your self-love goes up. Your self-awareness, your self-respect goes up. As you start to invest in that thing, you will, in yourself, your value goes up. So it's a vicious cycle. It's like, which one came first, the chicken or the egg? You have to invest in yourself in order to know your self-worth, in order to love yourself more. But you won't invest in yourself unless you love yourself. So it's a vicious cycle, and women can never, ever, they don't get it. That until you start to invest in yourself from inside out, I'm not talking about buying the clothes or the wigs or the shiny stuff and all of that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, how can I feel worthy from inside? How can I invest in myself from inside? That investment that nobody sees. That I'm the only one that I know I'm working on myself. How do I do that? That is crucial. The reason why I was going to make this number one, but I didn't want to make it number one so that you guys don't think I just want to sell my coaching, because a lot of you think that, but I don't need, I don't need the money from my coaching to survive. I have made my millions already. I'm a self-made millionaire. I do all of this because I want you guys to be successful like me and even do better than me. I want the next generation after me to do even better than me. The women coming, the black women, the white women, the Hispanic women, to do better than me. Okay? But you cannot be successful at a relationship with a man unless you're investing in yourself. The reason why many of you are struggling, and I hope if you're watching this YouTube video now, I hope you're sharing it with a woman who needs to watch this. The reason why many of you struggle with abuse, with toxicity, with disrespect from men is because you don't invest in yourselves. I don't care if you have a PhD or MBA or you have the best degrees in the world. I'm not talking about academic investment. There are many women who are studious, who are, academic people, who are doctors and lawyers and PhDs, MBAs, and they have terrible self-esteem and terrible self-love. Why? Because they are not investing in their life development. Academia is important, but it doesn't teach you self-worth. Okay? How many of you, watching this now, had a class in college, in primary, secondary school, or college teaching you about self-esteem or self-worth? Probably none. Maybe a few of you who are studying psychology, maybe those of you studying psychology and psychiatry, but it's not something they teach us. Our parents don't teach us. Our friends don't teach us. Our friends can't even teach us because the majority of our friends too have low self-esteem. So women, invest in yourself. If you have a diamond today, right? Somebody gives you a diamond that is worth $1 million. What are you going to do with that diamond? You're going to find the finest case you have in your house. You're going to put it in a jewelry case. You're going to put it in a nice place in your home. You're going to take good care of it. You're going to make sure nobody goes near it and damages it. You're going to warn your kids, don't go near that drawer. I have something for, you're going to take care of it because it's a jewel. Many of you don't treat yourselves as jewels. How do you want a man to treat you as a jewel? Okay? Think about this. You let yourselves go. Okay? You let it is going to be on my YouTube. Please read the comment. It's going to be on my YouTube, not on my feed. So make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube. If you don't value yourself and take care of yourself, when nobody is looking, most of you take care of yourself so that people can see what is on the inside. Outside, but on the inside, you feel empty. Why is that? Because you're not investing in yourself. So, first of all, clarify, what do you want from life? Dating advice. Okay, what kind of man are you looking for? This Iyabo you're looking at, I wrote many lists. I wrote all of the criteria I wanted in a man. I wrote some that that they were my absolutes, and then I wrote some that will be nice to have, because if you walk into a grocery store and you don't have a shopping list, you guys already know you're going to come out with all sorts of junk food. But if you have a list and you know what you're looking for, apples, strawberries, the healthy food, that is what you will get. So please, let 2024 be the year. Let 2024 be the year that all of you who are in the radar of my voice, all of you women, because I don't coach men, all of you women who are in the radar of my voice, enroll in my coaching. Invest in yourselves. If you're serious about meeting that man who is going to respect you, love you, adore you, treat you like a jewel, you first have to treat yourself like a jewel. You have to invest in yourself. Your struggles will not go away if you don't deal with your self-esteem first. Next, top dating advice I have for you. Ladies, calm down. Be patient. Time is not running out. You are not getting too old. Okay? You are not getting too old. Calm down. Many of you are in a rush to get married. And when you are in a rush to do something, you make the wrong choices. So my next advice for you was, stop thinking you're too old. Stop thinking time is running out. Okay? I don't care if you're 95 or 100 years old. The man that you're meant to meet, that is meant to be your true life partner, will find you. But you first have to calm down, be patient, do the important things like investing in yourself, elevating your self-esteem, your self-love, your self-respect first. Okay? Invest in those important things first, because if you rush to meet a man and you are not yet ready to handle that man, you will ruin the relationship. Even if the man is a wonderful, nice man, he's kind, he wants a woman he can take care of, he's ready to settle down, he's a good man, he's God-fearing. If you are not yet ready, if you don't know your value, if you don't know your self-worth, if you don't know what you're looking for in life, if you don't know, if you're not on the purpose train, if you don't know why you exist, if you don't know the meaning of your life, if you're just there, you're just a human who's like, oh, okay, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to start a business. I don't know who I want to help. I don't know what I'm passionate about. You're going to ruin the relationship. I have two daughters. They're 26 and 20. The one 20, she's about to turn 20 next week. They're 26 and 20. I teach them all of these things. Before you start dating and hoping and praying for a man, what do you want out of life? Because if you are in a rush to meet a man, okay, and you put all of your energy in meeting a man and you don't know what you want from life, because guess what? Meeting a man and getting married is not your purpose. When I say this, it surprises a lot of women. Many women think their purpose on this earth is to get married and have kids and to be a wife and a mother. Can I give you some bad news? That's not your purpose. Okay? Marriage and bearing children is not your purpose. Your purpose is to use the gifts that God gave you from the time you were born to elevate your life and to elevate and inspire and enhance the lives of the people He has assigned to you. If you didn't get that, let me repeat it. Marriage is not your purpose. Having kids is not your purpose. Your purpose is identifying the God-given gifts that God gave you from the moment you took that first breath. Okay, that the nurses slapped your butt and you cried at birth and you became a live human being. Your gifts were activated. All of those gifts that God gave you then, He wants you to use them to make your life better and to make the lives of the people He assigned to you better. God did not assign you to everybody. This is why when people make negative comments on my page, on any of my platforms, I just laugh, because I'm like, I guess these are not the people God assigned to me. The people that God assigned to me, when they read my content, they come and they thank me, Dr. Iyabo, thank you, it has changed my life. So stop being in a hurry to get married. What you should be in a hurry to do is to find your purpose. And once you find your purpose, or at least what I call the purpose train, if you're on the purpose train already, okay, you're identifying your gifts. You are identifying who God told you to use those gifts to enhance their lives. Once you are in that direction, the amazing man is coming closer to you. Okay? That amazing, wonderful man is coming closer to you. I'm telling you. But God loves you so much that God is not bringing that man to you yet, because you don't yet know the meaning of your life. If you go and join together with a man and start having sex with a man without knowing the meaning of your life, that relationship is going to scatter. Okay? That relationship is going to scatter. The man will disrespect you, he will cheat on you, or you just will not know your value, you won't know your self-worth. So, nothing else should be urgent for you in life. Marriage should not be urgent for you, okay? Sex should not be urgent for you. Meeting a man should not be urgent for you. The only urgency that I want you men and women to gather from this video today is your purpose. Why are you still alive today? Okay? Why are you still alive today? Do you know what your gifts are? Why are you alive today? I know my gifts, okay? I know. I didn't learn them overnight. It took me a while. It's been a journey. Learning your purpose is a journey, and your purpose can shift. It can shift. It can go from one thing to the other. You can add another thing in. You know, your purpose can shift, but the only thing that doesn't shift is the gifts that God gave you. I know the gifts God gave me when I was born. Now I know them. I've been learning them all through the years, but now I know them. And maybe there'll be some other gifts that God will reveal to me, like my writing gift. God revealed that to me in my 40s. I didn't even know I was a good writer. Obviously, I was a good student. I did well in literature and all of that. But, you know, your gifts are constant. God gave you gifts from when you were born, but what you can use those gifts for is your purpose, and your purpose will shift. Like, you know, my gifts are many. I have a gift of persistence. I'm a very persistent person. You know, once I have a task, I don't quit. I will see that task to completion. So this is why I'm a very good coach, because I also teach women how not to quit, to be persistent. I have a gift of persistence. I have a gift of assimilating knowledge. I'm a sponge. Those people who know me from school know that I was a very good student. I was an AAAA student. So I'm a sponge. I know how to, my memory is very good. I know how to assimilate knowledge. I can learn very fast, and I can reproduce my knowledge very fast. I'm also a good writer. Obviously, I'm a healer. Number one gift that God gave me is as a healer. This is why I started my career as a doctor. I'm a healer, but my healing gift has evolved. You know, not just from practicing medicine, the modern way, or how would I put it, the conventional way. I also heal through my presence. I heal through my words. I heal through my writing. I'm healing through my content. You know, I'm a healer in many ways. So, and that's just a few of my gifts. There's many other gifts that I have. I'm nurturing. I have a kind heart. Even though I'm a no-nonsense person, I have a very kind heart. I'm a giver. I'm very organized. I'm very, very organized. And that's why I'm so good at business, because I'm very organized. But, you know, this video is not about me. But what I was talking about was time is not running out. So, dating advice I have for you there is stop thinking you're too old to meet a man. I don't care if you're 30 or 40 or 50 or 70. You're never too old to meet a man. So stop being urgent, because stop being desperate and stop being in a hurry. The more desperate you are to meet a man, the more you will meet men that will mistreat you. If you're desperate, you're going to keep falling into the hands of narcissists and men who will abuse you. And you know what? Excuse me. If you're desperate, you may even meet some good men. Okay? If you're desperate, the irony is you may even meet some good men who are kind, who are husband material, who are high quality men. But because you're desperate, because you don't know what your purpose is, because you're just a hanging human, you don't know the meaning of your life, you're just there, that relationship still won't work out with that good man, because you still have work to do. So please stop being in a hurry. I'm tired of all you guys coming to my DM saying you're 27 and it's too late, and you're 32 and it's too late. If God wants to give you children at age 40 plus, he will give you children at age 40 plus. Please stop being in a hurry. The next dating advice I have for you is a man's past and a man's, a man's toxicity and all of what has happened in his past is not your responsibility. Okay? I have posted this over and over and over on my feed. You are not responsible for a man's toxic past. Okay? You are not responsible for a man's upbringing that did not help him develop into a good man. It's not your responsibility. You have a lot of responsibility for your own life. You haven't even figured out your own life. Women, you haven't figured out your own life, but you're making a man your project. How is that going to work out? You are your own project. You have a project you are your own project. But instead of looking at yourself, focusing on your own personal self-development, financial development, you are going to date a man and you feel like you can make him your project, your science experiment, and you can change him. You see how that sounds? You see how bad and how terrible that is? And this is affecting a lot of women. Okay? Oh, he's just disadvantaged. It's not his fault that he didn't have a father figure. But that's harsh, Dr. Iyabo. How can you say that because he doesn't have a father figure, a positive father figure, we shouldn't date him? But his single mother tried her best. And how is that your problem? If you want to solve, is that what God asked you to come to the world for? Show me in the Bible where it says that. Show me in the Bible where it says, and you will meet a man who's broken, and you, as his girlfriend or his wife, will be the one who will help him heal from all of his past trauma. Show me the Bible verse that says that. I know the Bible. I don't know everything in the Bible. Maybe you show it to me where it says, when you meet a man, make him your project and change him into the kind of perfect husband that you want him to be, and feel sorry for him that he had a toxic past. It's not your job. It's not your job. Your job is to figure out yourself. Your job is to figure out your personal development, your self-development, so that you can use the gifts that God gave you to make your life and the life of people God assigned to you to be better. God did not assign you your husband to change your husband. No. Okay? So, those of you who want to stick to that, you can stick to it. If you want to make a man your project, I can only tell you what you should do. Okay? If a man has a toxic past, if he doesn't have any positive father figures in his life, he is a red flag. Don't I feel sorry for those men? I feel sorry for them, but every man is responsible for himself. I'm responsible for myself. If I had a toxic past or I had some toxicity that I need to go into therapy, right? I need to go to therapy and deal with my issues. It's not my responsibility to change a man. It's not my responsibility to heal a man. Okay? A man is not my project. I am my own project, and God has given me gifts, and he has told me to use those gifts to enhance the lives of people. He did not say that I should make my husband my project and help him heal. So for those of you women who you are seeing a man in front of you, that man is named A. But in your mind, you are seeing a man that is B, and you are assuring yourself that after you get married to him, you will transform him into B. But in front of you, while you're dating him, he's A. But you think because you can cook good food, you can give him good sex, you're a pretty woman, after you get married to him, you will transform him into B. You are asking for trouble. Okay? Stop dating these men and hoping that you can make them your project and you can make them better men. If you're dating a man who his dad was not present in his life and he does not have any positive father figure at all, there's nobody he can tell you that is a man who he looks up to, you have to be careful. Okay? You have to be careful. Yes, I know some people don't have the privilege of having their dad around, but is there a grandfather? Is there an uncle? Is there some man that he looks up to who has taught him to be a man? A woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. This is why there's so many men out there who are weak. They're weaklings. They don't know the job of what it means to be a man and a husband because they've been raised by women. Moving on. That point, I hope you got it. A man's past is not your responsibility. You cannot change a man. A man is not your project. Okay? If you want to be successful with dating, you better listen. The next one is, don't move in with a man and don't let a man move in with you. I have said this on many, many videos. I'm not going to waste time on it. Do not move in with a man until you're married to him. Do not move in with a man when you're dating him, when you're exclusive with him, when you're engaged to him. Engagement is not marriage. Stop moving in with men and don't let a man move in with you. If he tells you, oh, but we can, our bills can be less. Why should we be paying bills? Why should you be paying your bill in your apartment or your home and me paying my bill in my apartment or home? We can reduce our bill and save more money. Don't do it. Don't do it. Pay your own bills. Pay your bills. Tell him, I'm sorry. My husband asked me that question when we were dating. He said, you know, why are we living in two different homes? You own your home. I own my home. Why don't we just move in together? I said, honey, I'm sorry. I don't move in with people with a man I'm not married to. I told him, I said, I'm sorry. And then after we got engaged, he asked me again. He's like, okay, we're engaged now. Can we move into each other? I said, no, we're not moving in. And I'm telling you, we spent the night at each other's homes, but I set the boundaries. I told him that when you're going home, you take everything with you. I did not let him leave his toothbrush in my house. I did not let him leave any belongings in my house. The only thing he left in my house were books, and that's because I asked him that I wanted to read them. When I went to spend the night in his home, I took my bag, and when I was going home, I packed my toothbrush, everything, my sponge, my face wash. I did not leave anything there because you are not yet married to me. Okay? So women, you have to speak up. The man is not going to run away because you have boundaries. In fact, if a man knows you have boundaries, oh my gosh, you become the biggest jewel to him. There's so many things my husband told me when we were dating. He hadn't seen what I was doing before in a woman. He was like, what? Many women would have moved in. I said, no, that's not me. I'm not many women. I'm different. Just like I tell you guys all the time, I didn't call or text my husband when we were dating. 9 months into our dating, he had to ask me, he's like, Iyabo, you're very different. When we're not together, you don't chase me around with texts. You don't say, where are you? What are you doing? When are you coming? When are you coming to see me? I'm like, why should I chase you around? You are the one meant to be chasing me. I'm busy. I don't have time to be chasing you around. And he looked at me and said, wow, you are different. You know, men will value you if you value yourself. So this point was, don't move in with a man. Many of you make that mistake. Don't move in with a man. Don't let him move in with you. Before you met him, you were paying your bills somehow. Weren't you paying your bills? You were paying your bills somehow. So continue paying your own bills until this man proposes to you. Because guess what? Let me tell you this secret. If you want a man to propose to you, do not move in with him. Because the minute you move in with him and you start giving him wife duties, because once you move in with him, you're going to start cooking for him and cleaning for him and becoming his house girl and becoming his mother. The romantic elements will go away. The mysterious elements will go away. That mysterious element is so romantic. It's so sexy. So you move in with him, he starts to see you, you know, in all of your, there's nothing left for him to wonder about, nothing mysterious about you anymore. You're cooking for him, cleaning for, he's never going to propose to you. At the end of the day, you start living with him, you'll become his mother, you'll be giving him sex, and then his eyes will be out there looking for another woman that he wants to date. Okay? So cohabitation is a no-no. Do not move in with men. I don't want to use any big words here. Listen to my mouth. Listen to me. Women, stop moving in with men you are not married to. And don't let men move in with you. If you go and spend, after you've been exclusive, you can spend the night in each other's homes. But when you're spending the night, you leave and you pack all your things with you. Don't start creating a corner of the home with your things. And when he comes to your house, tell him he has to take all of his things back home. I told my husband, I told him, I said, don't leave your toothbrush here. because this is not your house. We're not yet married. Take your toothbrush and your toothpaste with you. And he listened. He was like, okay, yeah. He took his things with him. Moving on, okay? Related to the one I just talked about and related to one of the points up there, don't borrow your boyfriend your car. If your boyfriend doesn't have a car and he's an adult, he's a loser. Okay? You know me that I don't, you know, there's no point beating around the bush. If you're dating an adult man, a man who is above 21, and you have a car and he doesn't have a car, he's a loser. Let him go. Okay? But don't borrow your boyfriend your car. If he needs a car, tell him to ask his mom or his dad or his brother or his sister. Don't borrow your boyfriend your car. Don't rescue him from financial troubles. I had said this before. I wanted to leave this one as a separate one because some of you women make this mistake. Okay? You are not married to him. He doesn't need your car. A man that you want to, you know, be serious about. You want to see if he can be a provider. You want to see if he's an ambitious, serious man. Where is his car? He's a 30-year-old man. He doesn't have a car. That's a red flag. Oh, my car has broken down. I don't have this. Well, you know, I'm just your girlfriend. Don't you have friends? You know, if a man asks you, can I borrow your car? Just say, I'm so sorry, honey. I don't do that. And if he says why, just say it's a standard I have. You don't have to explain yourself to a man that is not your husband. Okay? If he says why, just say, I'm sorry, it's a standard I have. I don't borrow boyfriends my car. Do you have how about your mom or your dad? Can you ask them for their car? How about your friends? Do you have any siblings that can borrow you their car? Okay? So please, don't borrow your boyfriend your car. Even when you're engaged, don't borrow him your car. You are not married until you're married and you walk down the aisle. Don't rescue a man from his financial troubles. If you're dating a man and he's always in financial trouble and asking you for money or asking you for a car or asking you to bail him out of something, those are red flags. Just run away. Because when you get married, that marriage is going to be malignant. It's going to be terrible. Okay? We're coming to the juicy part now. Women, make your own money. Stop ditching your career. Stop ditching your business ideas. Stop ditching your financial independence. Stop ditching all of those plans you have because of a man. Stop doing that. If one thing has helped me today with my confidence, it's being financially independent and financially buoyant and investing in myself. Since my 20s, I was investing in my retirement fund. My retirement fund is now big and fat. Okay? I have a retirement fund in 7 figures. I have a home, which now, of course, belongs to me and my husband because we're married. But I bought my own home myself in my 40s, my $1 million dream home, right? I have a business that is worth millions. If I sold that business today that I've had for 20 years, I will cash in millions of dollars. I invested in myself. I spent over $250,000 on my self-development, on my financial development. I've had a CPA since my 20s. Not just a bookkeeper. I have had a CPA who I have learned solid financial advice from. He has taught me everything I've done today on how I have multiplied and compounded my money. I had a dad who was very good with business and very good with finances, who gave me solid advice. By the grace of God, I'm a financially free, financially independent woman today, and I am teaching my daughters the same thing. There's no man that can abuse you or mistreat. My first marriage, I filed for divorce. I was sick and tired of the abuse from him and his mom. It was hard, it was difficult, but because I was financially buoyant, And because I had a dad who told me, Iyabo, you deserve better than this. File for divorce and leave this guy. My own dad told me to file for divorce. And I will never ever forget that solid advice he gave me. Because I was financially buoyant and financially solid, I was able to walk away from an abusive man who him and his mom were basically married to each other. Okay? He was a mommy's boy. This is why I tell you guys all the time that if you meet a man who doesn't have a solid father figure in his life, who was raised only by his mother, run and don't look back. Run and don't look back. Like we say in Yoruba, Safo 40. Okay? Those of you who are Yorubas, and if you're not Yoruba, go and ask a Yoruba person what that means. If you meet a man who does not have any solid father figure in his life, who was raised only by his mother, and he cannot say one sentence without saying, my mom, Sir 440, run and don't look back. Sprint and don't look back, because guess who will be the wife in that marriage? His mother. And you will be the house girl. Okay? His mother will be the wife. When I met my husband, that was one thing that was super attractive to me. He talked about his dad all the time. I met his dad on our third date. He brought his 89-year-old dad to our date. Okay? He brought his 89-year-old dad to our date. He talked to his dad all the time. And then I met him in person. He reminded me of my dad. He was a solid man, good character, very, very good man. My husband was raised by his dad and his mom. His mom had passed away a few years before. But his dad was a solid man. And I'm like, yes, my husband will know how to treat a woman. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. My husband's not perfect. But he's miles apart from my ex-husband. So, financial independence. Stop quitting your career. Can you teach on how to meet good friends? That will be on another live, my dear Dedu. That will be on another live. This is a video that I'm going to post on YouTube. So I just want to focus on dating advice. But there's a lot of life advice on here. So please listen. Okay? Financial independence. If you want to be a happily married woman, stop dropping your career and your business ideas and stop looking for a man that will be your bank. Okay? You have to have your own financial dignity. There's something called financial dignity. You have to have it. Because if you don't have financial dignity, a man will mistreat you. Okay? You have to have your own financial dignity. What do you bring to the table? What are you good at? What's your intelligence? What did you go to school to study? What are the gifts God gave you? How much money can you make? Even if it's $30,000 a year, be productive. Like Dr. Folake said on one of my posts, yes, you can take time off after having a baby, but go back to work. Don't just sit down at home and just start rearing kids and having no financial productivity. And then every little thing you want to buy, you're asking your husband like a beggar. No, 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 no. Women, stop it. Even my mom, who was born in 1932, my mom who could not speak English or write English, she was financially buoyant. She had her businesses. She made her own money. She was a beautiful, independent, confident woman, and she and my dad had a wonderful marriage. Stop neglecting your financial dignity. It has ruined the lives of many, many women. Stop it. Stop being broke. Invest in yourselves. Stop spending money on plastic surgery and all of the flashy things out here. Invest in your development from inside out. Solidify your purpose. Solidify your financial knowledge. Many of you women are not financially literate. How many doctors do I talk to out there who have been practicing for 20, 30 years? They do not have a retirement fund. What is going on? You are a doctor in America. You are earning $150,000 and above. You don't have a retirement fund? You don't have a 401k or Roth IRA? You're just spending all your money? You're driving Range Rovers and driving cars that depreciate as soon as you drive them out of the garage. You don't have a retirement fund? That's appalling. Many women are not financially literate. They don't invest in the things that are important. They will say they don't have a retirement fund. Oh, but I have life insurance. Life insurance is not a retirement fund. Women, you know, learn financial literacy. Enroll in my coaching. Let me teach you solid financial skills. I have been investing in my 401k since my 20s. My 401k is fat. It's 7 figures. That's my retirement fund. That's aside from my other assets. You know, my $1 million home is appreciating every day because I bought it in a part of town that is in a part of town that appreciates. So the amount I bought it, if I was to sell it today, I would make a gain on it because I bought it in a part of town that is highly sought after. I have a business that if I decided to sell it today, it would go for millions. Women, who are you learning your financial habits from? Invest in yourself and learn solid financial habits. If you want a man to respect you, you must be financially productive and you must have financial dignity of your own. Okay? This is very, very important. Stop looking for men that will be your banks and stop looking for men that will rescue you. You become a parasite. Somebody was asking me the other day, what's a parasite? How can you not know what a parasite is? You didn't study biology in school. I said, go and check Google. Oh, I know what a parasite means. But how does that relate to a relationship? Well, let me repeat myself. A parasite is a living organism that needs to be attached to another living organism in order to live and survive. Okay? So it's common sense. If I say that stop being parasites in your relationship and in your marriage, it means stop being attached to a man so much that you need him in order to live and thrive and survive. Like Dr. Fola, I keep talking about Dr. Fola, like she said in one of my comments, what if the man dies? What if he has a terminal illness? What if something happens to him? He can't walk. So what's going to happen to you? You're an able-bodied woman. Actually, the question they don't ask, the next thing, I cannot take questions on this live because I'm recording this for YouTube, okay? I'm recording this for YouTube. So if you have questions, enroll in my coaching. I cannot take questions on this live. The next top dating advice I have is your friend circle. They don't ask that question. And somebody said, what if he has good character but is not financially stable? Let me answer that question. I want to ask, what if we have assets and the man doesn't have any? What if he has good character but he's not financially stable? Okay, if you have assets and the man doesn't have assets and he's not financially stable, it's not going to work. Okay? I don't know what you mean by financially stable. Does he have a job? Is he ambitious? Is he a hard worker or is he a layabout? Okay? Does he have a job? Does he earn a reasonable salary to pay his bills every day? Or is he in debt? You know, that's another big topic. If you are a woman and you're financially stable, you're financially productive, you're not in debt or you have very minimal good debt. You know, student loans are good debt. Loans you take to improve yourself, like for coaching, paid to a coach who knows what they're talking about. Don't go into debt and just go and pay any coach on Instagram that you find. Your money will be flushed down the drain, okay? So good debt is debt that you paid for your student loans or for your PhD or your MBA. Another topic for another day. Many of you don't need PhDs or MBAs. You just get them and you still don't know what you're doing. You still don't know if you're coming or going, okay? Many of you have PhDs and MBAs and it doesn't change your life in any way. You just flush money down the drain. But anyway, if you are a woman who's financially stable and financially solid, and you have a man who is a layabout, who is not financially stable, who doesn't have a job, doesn't know if he's coming or going, he has credit card debt, he has a bad credit score, it's not going to work. Let him go. It's not going to work. I'm just telling you, because you are just going to become his mother. You're going to become his savior. That's not going to work. If you are financially stable and you have assets, go and look for a man who is comparable to you. Look for a man who has a good job, who is financially stable, who is ambitious. Because if you pair up with this man who is not financially stable and you are financially stable, it's going to be a disaster. Your friend circle, the next top dating advice I have for you is 2023 is the year that I want you guys to purge your friend circle. You know the meaning of purge? Flush out. Okay? Flush out your friend circle. Because the reason you are in your predicament is because of all of the friends that are speaking falsehoods and nonsense into your ears. A lot of friends are toxic and they act as if they're good, they're positive. I want you to purge your friend circle. There are many jealous, envious, toxic friends out there. So I'm just telling you, I did not say you should fight with all your friends. I did not say you should not have friends. But many of you, your problems are due to the kind of friends you carry around because they tell you lies. They are the ones that will tell you to stay with the man if he's cheating on you. Just manage. If he's beating you up, Shebi, it's because you did this. Shebi. You know, who are the friends you're surrounded with? What kind of friends are you surrounded with? Who are you taking advice from? Who are you listening to? Who is talking into your brain? Who is talking into your heart? 2023, there's 14 more days in this year. If you want to have a successful dating life, and you want to meet a man who will love and adore and cherish you, stop listening to friends, okay? Stop listening to friends. And family. Somebody is asking about family. Friends, family. Sometimes your own mother will give you bad advice. Sometimes your own dad will give you bad advice. There are many mothers that have led their daughters astray. Mothers that will tell their daughters to go back to a man that is beating them up just because they don't want to look bad to their friends. A lot of parents are just saying those things because they don't want their friend circle to make fun of them that they have a divorced daughter or a divorced son. Okay? Sometimes it's your mom giving you bad advice. Sometimes it's your dad giving you bad advice. If you know within your heart that your parents are giving you bad advice, distance yourself from them. I said it. Because there's no mother on this earth who should tell her daughter to go back to abuse. If a mother is telling a daughter to go back to abuse, that mother is not worth that daughter. I said it. There are many women who say that because they have done the same. Because they have stayed with men who have abused them. And then they tell their daughters to go back. Because all they're concerned about is how they look to society. And that is selfishness. Okay? There are many mothers out there, African mothers, who won't mind their daughter being killed in the hands of her husband, as long as she can sit at a party and say that her daughter is married and she has 3 kids and she's expecting her 4th kid, even though the wife is being abused and almost killed every day. Stop listening to your mothers and your dads and your aunties that are giving you terrible advice. This is why I say invest in yourself and hire a coach. Because somebody like me, I will give you sensible advice. I'm not attached to whether you need to look good or not look good. Be careful who you are listening to. Friends and family have destroyed a lot of women's lives. Be careful. If you want to be successful with dating in 2024, purge your friend circle and examine what your family has been telling you. If your family is toxic and they've been giving you selfish advice, distance yourself from them. Yes, you can distance yourself from your mother. You can love your mother from a distance. Absolutely. As time goes on, she herself will see what she's done and she'll come back to you. You can distance yourself from your mom. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. If you have to elevate, if you know you're ready for elevation and your mother is telling you to go back to a man who is cheating on you, who is beating you up, who is disrespecting you, then you know, okay? Then you know that that mother is not good for you and you distance yourself. If she calls you, don't pick up. But in your heart, love her. Don't ever hold grudges or enemy or toxicity for anybody. Wish her well in your heart. Pray for her that God will help her see the light about the bad advice she's giving you. Wish her well, pray for her, be loving towards her in your heart, but distance yourself from her. Because there are many mothers that have ruined their daughters' lives just because of their own selfishness. And that was actually my last point. The last top dating advice I had here was be ready to disappoint your family. Okay? That was the last dating advice I had. If you want to meet a man who will love, cherish, and adore you, be ready to disappoint your family, because I'm not saying all mothers give bad advice. My hope and my prayer is that my daughters listen to me. But me, Iyabo Yewande Webzo, I cannot watch my daughters being abused in a home and say, go back there. That's your husband. Go there. I don't care if he's beating you up or not. You suck it up. Never will I do that. I want the best for my daughters. But I want you to be ready to disappoint friends, to disappoint family, because I'm going to end with this. The minute you decide to elevate, the minute you decide to be a better version of yourself, the minute you decide to start pursuing your goals, to start elevating, soaring, evolving, investing in yourself, making sure that all of your goals and dreams, you're focused. As soon as you make that decision and you start to elevate, you will start to make enemies. Jealousy and envy and all of those things will erupt all around you. Family will envy you. Friends will envy you. People will fall off. You know how when it's autumn, leaves are falling off. People will fall off. That's how you know you're elevating. But don't be scared, because you know, you can't blame them. They just don't understand what's going on with you. They're not familiar with what they're seeing. They're like, is this the same Iyabo we knew? What's going on? What's going on? Why? Who does she think she is? They're confused. They're like, what's going on? You know, but please don't let that, you know, dissuade you. Just be focused. Even if it's only one friend you have that understands what you're doing, make that friend, or make God your friend. Or come and enroll in my coaching and make me your friend. But be careful about friends and family as you're elevating. Because as you're going up, they're trying to pull you down back to the level that they're familiar with. You know? Yeah. So as you're going up, they are trying to pull you down to the level. They'll make snacky remarks. They'll make sarcastic remarks. They'll make all those remarks just to pull you down. You have to, you have to ignore them. Yes, like the Lagos divorce lawyer said, don't indulge their confusion. They will be confused about your elevation. Don't indulge them. They will call you a white person, my family, all sorts. She has become Oyibo. She has now become Oyibo person. No, she doesn't know us anymore. They will see all sorts of snacky remarks, sarcastic remarks. Just stay focused, okay? Just stay focused. So that is it. That is it. So where to meet good quality men? They are everywhere. I have been asked that question many times. Where do you meet good quality men? If you are alive today, as long as you're not stuck in your house. If you open your door and you go out, you go to the coffee shop, you go to grocery shopping, you go to concerts, you know, as long as you're not, the quality man cannot come into your house. But, okay? There are men everywhere. There's almost 8 billion men in the world. There's no shortage of men. I'm tired of that question. There are men everywhere. Exactly. The Lagos divorce lawyer is a single man. He's telling you that he's here. Send him a DM and say, hi. There are men everywhere. What is lacking is women who are equipped to know how to date. I repeat, there are men everywhere. In every corner of the world, there are men everywhere. They're in online dating. They are everywhere. If you step out to the grocery store, if you step out to the gas station to buy gas, men are everywhere. Everywhere. But what is lacking? Women who know their value. Women who understand that their self-worth is innate in them. Women who have standards and boundaries. Women who know how to date. Women who know how to say no. Women who know how to be feminine. I didn't even state that in this talk. You have to learn how to be feminine, right? You have to have standards and boundaries, but still be feminine. There are men everywhere. But what is lacking is that women don't know how to date. That's what's lacking. Okay? They don't know their worth. But men are scattered everywhere. Everywhere. They're everywhere. Okay? Love you guys. This replay will be on my YouTube. That is the end of this video. My YouTube channel is Dr. Iyabo Webzel. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment on this video on YouTube. Make sure you share my platform and share this video with people. And please make sure you smash that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my YouTube videos. Love you all. God bless. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. See you soon. Bye-bye.